Yay!
Our third speaker for today would be Cliff Krill. Cliff is considered a native Californian since he's been here since the age of 5. He graduated from El Monte High School in you sure you want me to say this? Okay, 1954. His best subject, math, physics, chemistry, drafting. His worst was English and grammar. He attended junior college at Pasadena College, and he majored in engineering classes. His first occupation was engineering, starting as a draftsman and moves up to design engineer. He taught drafting at a private school for 3 years in the 60s. His next occupation was a business owner, started Crail Technical Service in 1970. He did consulting and turned into a graphics and printing business. Next, at age 51, got his life and health insurance license, his DBA, Krill Insurance Services. As an insurance agent, he learned about the living benefits of whole life insurance to separate the financial uses of life insurance from insurance benefits. He incorporated Innovative Financial Solutions Incorporated in 2007. He has one daughter who works with him in his insurance business, has 2 grandsons. He lost his wife at the age of 40 years to lung cancer in 2006. Sorry about that. Condolences. He joined Toastmasters to improve his communication skills. He wants to do workshops to share his knowledge about the use of life insurance. To speak today on teaching children add money, Cliff Krill.
Good morning, OC Toasters.
Good morning.
Today I'm going to bore you with a little more life insurance information. You've heard me 3 or 4 times already. The main topic of my 7th speech is research. And that's why I was quickly to volunteer, because I've been researching this for many years. I think I learned about it in about 2003. Here's some of the research places that I got my information. I'll pass out for you. Maybe you want to go there and look yourself. Today we're going to concentrate on how you can teach your children the benefits of life insurance. And coincidentally today we have a bankman and we have an insurance man who's going to tell you about how to set up a bank for your children or yourself. We'll start off with the first story that was given to me by my friend in Colorado. And it was, he's a very good writer, which makes it a little more difficult to give a speech, so I'm going to have to use my notes a little more here, because I want to get the emphasis that he's got in his, the way he wrote it out. This is an example of how a family set up their child on a path to self-fund anything they wanted to buy and leave a legacy. Mr. and Mrs. Smith started their bank for their son when he was born. They used the vehicle of life insurance to fund with the anticipation that the boy's future needs would be met. The main part of the story goes on when Junior was 11 years old. He saw this ad for a bicycle that he fell in love with and he thought he had to have. So he approached his dad and said, "Dad, here's an ad for a bicycle at the ABC bike store." He says, "I really need this bike because I'll be the coolest kid on the street."
Of course.
He says, "How much does it cost, Junior?" I think it's a little expensive, Dad," Junior replied. He handed his dad the newspaper ad. $900 is a lot of money for a bike, Junior. Big bike, right? Then the father said, "Okay, it's time that you learned about money." This This is a good example of what you can do. So he told Junior about the bank that they set up when he was born. He said, your mom and I set this bank up, and now I think it's time for you to learn how you can use your bank using your bicycle. And he went on to explain how the bank system worked. You borrow money from it, but you got to pay it back. It's your bank. You don't want it to go broke. So they set up a payment plan of $33 a month. They went on for less than 3 years. And Junior says, wait, Dad, how am I going to pay $33 a month? And Dad reminds him that he has an allowance. The allowance is to be used for gifts that he wants to buy people, lunch that he wants to buy, and other particular things. And he said, you can give up some of those, and also we'll set you up on a plan where you can do some more chores around the house, and we'll pay you for those. So between those two, you ought to be able to spend $33 a month and have your own bicycle. So they reached an agreement, and Dad got the money. They went on to the store and got the bike, brought her home, and Junior grabbed on his bicycle, went riding around the neighborhood, and all the kids said, wow, how much did your dad pay for that bike? My dad didn't buy this, Junior said. I borrowed the money from my own bank and bought it myself for over $900. Imagine how Junior felt. His bike made him feel proud. His bank enhanced his self-esteem. And you know, there's truly very important. The bike will rust, but self-esteem grows like gold. And it gives you a moral and ethical relationship of the gold. He'll soon be buying his first car. He turned 16. He did the same thing. He went to his bank and borrowed the money for his car, and again, paid himself back, so that the next thing he needed was to help pay for college. So when he went to college, he borrowed some more money from his own bank, paid himself back with interest, and went on with his education. Now, one thing I want to point out is that the beauty of these self-banks is that when you borrow the money out, your bank is growing as though the money was still there. And it grows tax-free. And later on, you can take the money out tax-free. So here was a boy of 11 years old who got a great education about money and finance and how to control his money. Think about how much money Junior will control after 50 years with this kind of financial start. And the information he'll pass on to his children and grandchildren, the things that he learned about money. Now, one of my associates in Michigan